advantage of the way that they were with Argentina. I'm not sure we'll see the same mistakes, so they're going to need to try and force and create some of them because they're not going to be created on their own. And so far, the mistakes are on the Brazil side because 9 seconds in, Canada's on the board.
And Squishy is doing Squishy Muffins things once again. He was a little bit absent on that yesterday, not as much flair, but to see him turn up today, like, right, it's finals.
Time to go.
Let's do this. 10 seconds gone by already, and JKnaps looking to pick things up where Squishy left off. It's just going to be aggression from Canada. And I've got to say, that's not a bad strat at all, but the flyby, Jans, this has got to hurt.
This one hurts a bit, right? Squishy comes by, just goes ahead, pumps the brakes. Jan originally thinks that he is going to jump and go for that. He thinks that he's going to try and make a touch. No. He's just going to wait that one out. He hears you coming. He's going to wait for you to go flying by and then make the play on that ball. Making the decision that's unexpected. One of the things that players at the level of Squishy Muffins will go for time and time again. A little bit of the mind games, and Canada in the opening 30 seconds have a 2-0 lead to start things off.
That they do. Nice little push forward here from Squishy. Stromic just getting a touch, but JKnaps has got Lucian in the middle. Snipes will get to there first, but the double demo once again. We saw USA yesterday. So aggressive on those demos, and I mean, we know Canada can turn it up. I was thinking that Canada might have been sandbagging a little bit yesterday. They looked a little bit sleepy, should we say.
It felt like they were just kind of going through the motions, in a sense. I mean, statistically, it would show as well. You would expect overall #1 stats off of the performances we saw yesterday to be USA. You look up the team stats, it was USA.
Yep.
Holds true. You would expect with the way that we've talked that it would be Canada #2. No, Canada 5th overall. But they are a team that knows how to win. They don't have to put up all those stats. They don't have to beat you in blowout score lines. This is still a top tier team, top talent on it. And, you know, they kind of went about it in the sense of, hey, we'll win our games, we'll win our series, we'll take #1 in our group, but we're not out here just trying to blow you out 10-1.
No. And I think, to me...
Oh, no. That hurts a bit.
Like, this is one that's just, the demo's good. I'm not going to say it's not right there, because that demo just created such a clean avenue, removing snipes, but that smoke... I'm thinking of it from a player's perspective, right, where you just can't see into that. The ball's completely hidden. It looks awkward. It looks like a fumble, but realistically, that's actually a decent play.
I mean, it works out. You're also expecting your teammate there that's on the inside who's going for it to make that touch, and he doesn't, so then the ball makes it past both the offensive player and your teammate, who then run into you, which turns into the own goal. So there's a couple moving pieces there that went wrong. It was a little bit of a domino effect of issues coming up there, but that does give the 3-0 lead as we approach halfway through game #1 here in this Brazil versus Canada matchup. Canada in the driver's seat for the time being, and Jan boosts to spend, and he'll get cut off in the midfield by Squishy.
We're talking about Brazil being warmed up for this one, but Canada, whatever their practice routine clearly is working, they are ready for today. 3-0 already. Big clearance going downfield, and Squishy is just hounding it. Like, again, another demo coming on out, this time from Brazil. Onto a Lucian, and a little fadeaway. I love this.
Yeah, this is a great little play here. So demo there, they've now got the man advantage. Jan's going to come down and make it awkward for JKnaps, right? He can't necessarily shoot it around him, but if you put it right on him, he cannot get the nose of the car onto the ball. He can't get a good, clean, powerful touch, which is going to force that ball to drop down either near post or a little bit towards the center of the net. He's able to make use of that. Teammates there recognizes that pattern and is able to come in, finish it off. Brazil gets on the board. They've still got 2 minutes to get another 2 goals. Can they do it to try and tie it up to get us to OT, or possibly score 1 extra to try and take one off of Canada here early? We do know that Mexico was able to take a game off of them yesterday. Can Brazil be the second team to do so? At the moment, it's looking like a tough task as Lucian slots one in off the defender and inside the post.
That's a crazy little setup there from Squishy as well. The jump across net right there is just to remove the player. It didn't connect with anyone, but at the end of the day, he's covering space. He's making it so difficult to defend there. And straight up, Illusion just had to shoot towards that left-hand side. I mean, is this just a formality for the next minute and a half? Brazil, I'm looking at, needed this wake-up call right now, didn't they?
Yeah, this is going to be one of those ones of this is not the series you were just in. There's not the same level of basic mistakes that were occurring that Argentina was making. There was those whiffs from both AJG and Shad, players that you're expecting to have, you know, be that stand-up player for that team, and on the day they did not show up. They created mistakes and Brazil was able to just punish it time and time and time again. You are not going to be gifted those. You're going to have to find a way to create yourself opportunities here against Canada.
You are indeed. Squishy, that's a nice little layoff for Illusion. Did want Squishy to get another touch on that, but unfortunately not, and Astromik does get it away all the way 2 yards. It's a nice little setup across net, but Astromik can't get there in time. It's going to be a mad dash back into defense. Astromik does get a touch though in the midfield, keeping Canada on their toes. The Squishy has to beat Snipes out to this, and he does, but no one there really pick up. The back pass coming on through, and JNAPS here just buying time. And that's it right now. 22 seconds left to go, 3 goals up. Canada, just run out of clock, but don't give too much over towards Brazil. Just don't let them know your game plan just yet.
This one touched high. Illusion looking to get a piece of it, is just gonna lazily push it across and into the corner. Triple commit there in the corner. Really doesn't matter. Trash time. JNAPS tries to secure one more on the way out the door. Can't do it. Canada 4-1. They take down the first game of the series.
And again, what a start for Canada. Like I said, coming in from yesterday, a little bit sleepy and just explosive is the best way I think I can describe it right now. Just instantly whack it down. A team that I thought coming into this after Argentina looked to be on form, looked to be ready to do damage today, and Canada's just literally pulled the rug out from underneath their feet.
Yeah, the thing that worried me a little bit coming off of that is that there was a lot of solo plays. Yes, it was showing that there was assists. I said it in the game, but it wasn't a called passing play, right? It was off of the brute force attack power that they tend to do in the South America region at times, right? The attack after attack after attack. And then Jan just there to punish mistakes and do some solo field length carries. They were presented with mistakes. I wasn't seeing enough passing plays to make me feel 100% confident. I felt really good in the fact that they're going to feel warm. They're going to feel good coming into this series. But it is going to be a tougher task to try and come through this team. So we'll see if they can find their way through. Game number 2 as we get underway here. Opening 20 seconds. Nothing to show for it on either side of the pitch. And the attack is going to fall short here on the Brazil defensive half, but the shot from Illusion from the sidewall. I try to say the attack's dying. No, Illusion's just going out to get a good read from the sidewall.
Our camera angle was perfect on this. You just had that feeling, that sort of like quiet before the storm. Time went in slow motion. You're there like, is he really going for this? Like, the confidence? And then it just works, connects beautifully, and Canada once again back on top.
You say the quiet before the storm, it's right here more like the calm after the storm, but the storm is rolling through from Brazil. Jan finds one, drop down off of the touch there from his teammate right into the net, and 1-1. So an immediate clap back from Brazil.
Just as soon as you think the Hailstones have ended, a crack of lightning. And the thunder rolls on. 1-1 Brazil. You've got to make this 2 now. You cannot let Canada get another one back. Extend that lead. But JNAPS other plans. Snipes can't get the touch. He's just a whisper away from it.
It is just so close. Look at JNAPS delay that out. Really take all the time that is given to him. Get that defender out of the net. Get himself that opportunity. That nice little touch right over the top. Hits the crossbar, and it's just such a hard read when it hits that perfect curve part of the crossbar. And defender just wasn't able to get there. Canada back in the lead here. 2-1 in game number 2 after taking down game number 1.
What can they do from here onwards? A little bit clustered up, and oh, just wide of the target. The cleanup crew comes on in. Lucian, I mean, he gets good money for being a janitor.
You might as well come through, clean up duty. That's, you know, when it comes to Rocket League, that's a good spot to be. That's, you know, you get all the glory. You're just coming through and haha, touch, I win. Don't have to do too much there. Able to just kind of clean up off your teammate. A little bit of a battle here. Jan coming through. Snag now looking for a shot, and Lucian will have to clear it out. Now, JKnaps down to Squishy. They're trying to work this one out through their right side and out of their zone, but Jan trying to keep it in. Double commit as Astro comes in, bumps, galore. Demo bumps, but the third man isn't there to come forward. Why?
Just a little bit too late, and you ask why, I would be able to tell you.
No.
Squishy here just reading the situation perfectly, wins the 50-50, and this just feels like pain. Snipes is there, but Squishy is just too fast. Snipes doesn't even get a touch on the ball there.
No, he was looking for it. He's just trying to beat him on the ground of the ball, and Squishy with that flip actually noses down at the last moment. It catches the underside of the, just under that halfway mark of the ball, and gets a little bit of a lift on it, just enough to put it up and over. And that's a 4-1 lead now. 3 minutes left to go here in game number 2. That one hurts after that huge opportunity that was there off of the demo and the double bump with just a dead ball in front of the net that doesn't go in. To go back the other way, that one hurts.
Kanda looking to, well, possibly double down on this one. Already 4-1, just coming up to the halfway mark. It is Brazil on the attack, but I've got no confidence in this here. The control is just a little bit too loose. Jans might be able to deny that though, and oh boy, what a sudden change.
Jan still feeling himself, decides to go for it once again. We saw him push one to the ceiling, to the touch, to the hit before in the Brazil versus Argentina series. Gonna do it again here against Canada. He's gonna need 2 more of those here in the second half of game 2 though, to try and tie it up.
Again though, another solo play coming on out from Brazil. The team play's just not connecting right now, and that is the thing they need to fix immediately. Kanda will be expecting more of these.
Well, they need that, or what they need is all 3 players to be doing what Jan's doing and soloing the ball into the net. You're going to need a bit more pieces in play. Slow down. Looking to take it by is JKnaps. It ends up falling out off the save to Lucian, who tries to go ceiling down. Won't be able to hunt that one. But the attack continues here. Finally broken up as Jan comes through to take it off that missed touch from JKnaps. What a hunt there from Astro through the skies, all the way up, nearly at the ceiling. I don't know where he came from or where that pre-jump started, but man, that was a heat-seeking missile on that ball.
And an interesting choice as well, because you're going to use up so much boost just going for that aerial play. That's why so many players wait towards the ground and then take off as soon as they can see the trajectory. But
yeah. Right, eventually, if you're, what goes up must come down, and you're going to have to bring it towards net. I might as well preserve my boost, wait for that one to at least come into a little bit easier to read location, somewhere that I don't have to waste as much boost. Boost management at this level is so important.
But then again, because no players do that, it's unpredictable, right? It's, to me, when I look over towards EU, the Godsmiller effect straight up there. Like, the Laddich's just continuously hounding on the ball. The Stromic's doing very similar things. Jans though, how's he kept this much boost up in the air? Squishy will to die off the backboard in this case, and Snipes not getting any steam to really use here. She's going to roll on away, but Jans, you got to be happy you weren't being pressured in the back lines.
Getting big, getting the nose down on that ball as Jan, as he started to lose control, knew that he at least needed to win a 50, make sure that he's not just giving up a free touch towards net. And this one is still continuing downfield as the Rebel team out of Brazil on the attack here. They have been able to keep it to 4-2, but unable to find the tying goals.
And notice again the quote-unquote sleepy Kanda approach that we've got now, where it's just like, we've got it, 4-2. We don't need to exert any more energy.
You know what it is? They're looking for efficiency. They're not looking to see that many replays. 7-10 goals. They're not looking to do that. You do that, you got more time, you got to watch the replays, it takes longer. They're just looking for efficiency in and out of their series. Maybe that's what it was all along and we just didn't know.
Maybe.
But they gave up a game in the series, so that also then like counteracts that. That's probably not the way.
High scoring series though.
It was not.
So maybe they're going for like an end time to each series and they're trying to stick to that.
It's can we hit that mark dead on? Maybe they're playing a game within the game that we're unaware of.
It's like whenever you go to the petrol station, do you just like perfectly go for like $20?
Yes.
Like every
Always.
time. Like when you get everything to line up perfectly, that's such a satisfying feeling. I could get that.
So with gas prices going up, now it's playing the $40 game, right? I'm going for double at this point, but it'll be just a moment while we get that server set back up, get these guys back in the game as we watch these replays from that last game 2 there. Game 3, the all-important Game 3. This is the one that matters. They've got to be able to pull it out here, try and start turning around the momentum. They've got to get it. Game 3 is a big one that we talk about all the time in best of 5 series. If you can win those Game 3s, you can start turning the tide. And you know what? If you're going to win a Game 3, or if you want to win a Game 5 series and you're down 2, you kind of have to win Game 3. You don't really have a choice. You got to do it.
Yeah, straight up right now, what, if you lose the next one, that's it, lower bracket. That's not a good thing at all. It's going to be super difficult for Brazil here, though, because Canada, for me, just have such quiet confidence about themselves, don't they?
Yeah, they're very confident in what they're doing. They've got very clean rotations. Again, they're letting their teammate work the ball. They know that their teammate is going to win that 50 or most likely win that 50, and they're waiting to see what happens, what occurs, rather than coming in trying to support, assuming that they're going to miss, which we've seen at times, though it almost worked out, right? Astro came through, doubled on Yon, came through, got a demo into a double bump. Unfortunately, the third man didn't commit forward, and maybe that was the hesitancy, right? You've double committed on our teammate in a corner, which is typically bad, therefore I will not be the third man to commit forward. Though I would expect typically out of South American and a Brazilian team, that third man to be there.
Yeah, but even now, when you've got Yon, who to me is just going to keep on continuing with those solo plays, you can stack the next 2 players up ready to clean up on that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a risky strategy, especially when Canada have got the explosive capability to just run it on out and go for that counter attack. But let's see some demos come out from Brazil. That's what I need to start removing those players, make it easier for Yon there, and just break up these rotations, because again, Canada looking way too solid.
That they are indeed as they continue. And, you know, we said the kind of sleepy south. It's, you know, it's much more just, look, we've got control. We're going to go ahead and bring the ball downfield. We're not going to give up too much on the back end. You know, there's been 1 or 2 that come through off of the solo plays, but they're getting their 4 goals a game. If you're pulling 4 goals a game, you're probably winning the series and winning each match. Very rarely are you going to drop if you have 4 goals on the board at this level of play.
I coined it better yesterday. It's just comfy Rocket League. Like, it's just you there behind your PC, you've got the blanket on, you're just playing a couple of games, and
you
got
to get your snuggie
relax. Yeah.
Ooh!
Might need to be ripping that snuggie off, though, because it's getting a bit hot.
There's a 1-2 punch. Touch from Yon and the miss from Illusion. That'll opens it up for Snipe, who's going to snipe it right above Squishy there. Unable to react in time as that camera angle, of course, looking to the sky for the ball off the back wall, and as it's adjusting and coming back down, unable to get the read on things ahead of him. Now trying to come through and solo it, but Yon's up early and able to block that one out. Brazil leading 1-0 here early as we get through the opening minute of game number 3, a must win.
How's Illusion not getting pressured early there? He's just able to run it the entire length of the pitch, and
well,
yeah,
it doesn't hurt you when Illusion, you know, runs it the length of the pitch, but booms it off the wall and unable to stay with it, ends up giving it up. So it does work out for them, but yeah, you can't expect him to do that often. You cannot just give space to this Canada team.
Yeah, but even then when he booms it, Canada basically had taken control of the midfield. It was another mistake from Illusion where he just didn't read the ball properly, where that was then Brazil were able to get down the end. But this control from Canada, damn.
That was a great pass up. JKnaps just unable to get the tracking on that ball to get the follow-up touch off the back wall. The setup, everything was there. called play, and turning off of this one, in comes Illusion from the other wing and able to make the save out into the corner, breaks that play up. And a bit of a slowdown in midfield as Stromik tries to work his way past Squishy. He can't do so. Illusion up off that pass to the back wall, up early as JKnaps has the touch, but the save is there from Brazil.
Yeah, Jan's there. Great little bit of tracking to see the drop. Can Snipes do anything with this? JKnaps there. This is requiring Illusion, and they do get it away. Squishy is the third man, and this is beautiful. Just to take it downfield by so much time, because up in the air, where he's following onto it with the aerial dribble, it takes quite a lot of time there.
I like what Brazil's doing here, right? They're going more defensive now, play style that, you know, we've talked about how they're very offense-heavy teams, but what they're doing is they are sending that first man, right? They're sending the first man early, they're challenging in the air, they're forcing a touch to try and shoot around them, which will give time for their second man to get there. They're all back. They're not committing too forward, so they're not going to have the ball get over to you and end up in a mismatch in numbers. I like the play. You have the lead, play like you have the lead, and Brazil's doing that right now.
Safety net aggression.
Good bump.
Not bad at all. JKnaps get away. Could do a second hand here, but he does get the block. Stromik wanting to take it up, but Squishy gets it past him. Good follow-up on the floor from Jans. He's got Stromik downfield, and he wants to take this into a solo dribble, but can't really get much of it. Snipes, though, sees that no one from Canada is ready to hop on that.
And a nice little battle here. Squishy, though, in the air, boost to Spen. That's dangerous. Gets it past one again, who forces him to shoot it high, and Astro is able to come through and make the save on the back wall. Again, first man getting out, make them shoot it high. Don't give them the option to shoot it low. Come in from the low side, force it high, buy that little bit of extra flight time to give your teammates time to make the read to come in and make the save. It's been the same, whether they're attacking and trying to defend it in front of the net, or if they're trying to attack and do it through the midfield. The game plan has been the same, and it is clear what they are trying to do.
Sorry, I love that bump so much, so cheeky. Demo's coming out from Canada as they're trying to just find a way to stop all of this control coming in from Brazil. Jans throws this downfield. Can Snipes get a second touch? What? That is crazy.
I have no words. We're just going to watch. Illusion, nobody there. Nobody on Canada expected that one to come through. That is a disgusting pre-jump out of the corner for that, to follow through and then catch it with like the soft touch pancake to cause Illusion to go just overshoot the shot because he was expecting a little more power of the nose on that one. And Brazil looking like they are going to come through in the point where they have to get a W and win this game 3.
It's going to be a long and arduous road, but they've got the engine started and looking to just get the journey going. 10 seconds remaining, 2 goals, and Illusion, hello, it's just stuck his foot in the door for this game 3.
You know, the door was closing, and it was closing fast. Illusion may want to check his foot. He may have taken an injury there off of that one, but he does get his foot just in the door in the nick of time. Can a kickoff goal come through for Canada to get this one into OT? They're going to go ahead and opt to lose it to the back corner, but on the sidewall, Jan is there early, and a follow-up attack on 0 second. Brazil secures the win with a 3rd goal right at the end to take the momentum into Game 4.
That they do. 3-1 as well. That's a rather confident little lead, especially that 7-second kickoff goal right at the end. Canada's hopes, just that last moment, probably got dashed.
I love the playstyle change from Brazil. I don't think Canada was ready or expecting that to occur. That is not something that you expect out of that region. And this Rebel squad has shown that they have a couple different looks to them. I really enjoyed watching them go to lockdown defense in that send the one, don't send the house, have the second man trailing just a bit to where if he can get a read, if it looks like he's going to get challenged, it's going to be a drop down in the middle, he's there. And if not, every single time they had great discipline to say, no, it's not dropping. I'm going to return back to back post, and right back into rotation they go. They always had 2 back, 1 forward to just bide time. Eat the clock. And they did it really well.
And Canada just didn't really have an answer. They just kept going with that efficiency. They didn't change up their game plan and were punished accordingly. Coming into game 4, I don't know what to expect out of Canada. Just aggression, I think, right now is the simple answer. Just to see, okay, if we start really going in on this, what do Brazil do?
Yeah, it's interesting to think about. I'm going to need about another 40 seconds here in this opening minute to really see what it looks like they go for. Does it become, hey, the individual play style, everybody play with speed, chase that ball down? That you're going to need a bit more of the infield passing. They were going for a lot of solo carries, solo dribbles downfield. I think they need to bring in the team play. They bring in some of these 1-2-3s, 1-2-1s, infield passes. You know, the textbook, the fundamental Rocket League that you play at this level. I think that is where Canada ends up winning. They weren't forced to do much of that through games 1 and 2. Game 3, they didn't think they needed to use it, so it just wasn't happening for them. And now, here in game number 4, do they change it up?
Well, we've seen an absolute ton of little passes coming out from Canada already. That could be the identifier. 1:15 already on into this game. No goals just yet. A little bit unorthodox considering these two sides. But Squishy. Clearance on out. Cut on in from Astromik. Brazil looking to still keep control of that midfield. Canada are wanting to break on through. A little whiff turns into a fake for Astromik. He goes for a bump on Illusion. Again, this Brazilian creativity is working wonders.
JKnaps looking to bring it out, and once again, one man up, meets him high in the midfield and just breaking up that line, never allowing that to be an option for Team Canada. JKnaps around 1, gonna look to try and challenge Snipe through the corner. It falls out, infield pass, and that is what Canada is going to need to start doing to get this win past Brazil. You're getting met in the midfield. Where is your teammate? Use the passes. If you're getting met at the ball, send it somewhere other than towards the net.
They saw Jan on that close post, just not really quite sure what's going on in the situation. He's expecting his teammates to be able to get the hit, either drop it straight down to him or get the clearance. And it didn't really come up through.
Touch.
It's coming up through. Yes, it is. Jan, like you said, what a touch.
The solo plays aren't working on the side of Canada. They're using teamwork, but Jan, he's all about the solo plays right now and dead on accuracy just underneath the bar. He's kind of unstoppable today. I mean, other than games 1 and 2 here from Canada, but he's starting to heat back up, and that's kind of scary to think about.
Like we said, Intel World Open, a place to make your name. Jan's already a household name in South America, but I mean, a few more peeps involved shouting your praise, particularly from regions that might not tune on in all too often. And well, Jan is definitely making a few fans squishy though. I think he's already got enough, but how about this goal?
Yeah, if you check this one out, you'll see what happens here is he does a little bit of an off-speed touch. So great touch there from JKnaps. At the last second, if you watch, Squishy pulls back on the stick just a touch to get that soft touch with the wheel rather than the nose. So he rides it all the way up, making them think that he's going to put power on the shot. You expect the power on the shot. And last moment, takes that power off and drops it on that back shoulder corner, puts it in on the near post instead of shooting mid with heat. He was in the head of that defender.
I find it crazy just how these decisions can be made in like half a second. It's just that constant instinct to know that the slow shot is better than just going full out power.
It's almost muscle memory at this point for them. I don't know that they have the time to think about that. It's just pattern recognition. At this point, you've gone through, you've done enough tape, VOD review, watching everything, almost with a third there for Team Canada was Squishy, but saved away on the goal line. This one will pop midfield. JKnaps may have an opportunity at it, beats past one, And then right back down it goes. A little bit of volleyball as this continues to go back and forth and land right in the middle. Had the volleyball net been there, somebody landing on it, that would have been a foul.
Would have. But I mean, no fouls in Rocket League, so...
No fouls in Rocket League, so no foul here.
Play on. And Squishy definitely is. He's got Snipes. He's trying to read them on out, but Snipes has done so well to get that high and off to the side. JKnaps has got enough boost to follow on through. Wants to get the dunk, but that is so well blocked out. It's going to be an awkward little battle for midfield right now. 50 seconds left to go. Brazil have got to be hunting Canada. We'll just be looking to keep them at bay.
This one into the midfield. Illusion there, looking for a touch to the side wall. Stromic gonna come through, has a bump. He's been really aggressive in that sense. Bumps, demos galore. Really kind of the enforcer of this Brazil team. 30 seconds left on the clock here in game number 4. Need one out of this Rebel squad from Brazil to tie it. Otherwise, Canada will be staying in the upper bracket and giving Brazil their time in the lower, where they will have to make that run. Nice touch to the top corner, saved away here by Jan. 10 seconds, just under that now. Can it be done?
We'll have to find on out as soon as this ball touches the floor. The game is done and dusted. They're trying it. Jan, once again, the savior of Brazil comes on through. We're going to overtime.
OT, game 4, Brazil refuses to go out. They will not go silently into the night. Tie it up, 2-2, we have OT. Can Brazil take us to game 5?
Kickoff. Let's see how this one unfolds. JKnaps going to come away and he will steal the 100. The push out towards the center. There's the Stromic to stop it, but Squishy on the ball, going for the solo play. Demoed for his attempt. Illusion want to set this one up for JKnaps.
Oh.
And JKnaps comes on through 14 seconds. Brazil got close. The hopes were picked on up. But Canada are fierce.
What a series, though. That one is close. Brazil should be very proud of the stand they just made against this Team Canada. Team Jazzo, all-star lineup, and